don't know a driven business owner that's ever said, no, I don't want my business to keep expanding. Aside from making money, I love seeing my regular customers and talking about their dog. And if you're doing it from your heart and you have a good thing going, people will support you.
Hi guys, so on today's episode I have my friend here, Sidney Loosey, who has her own business, and I invited her on here to kind of talk about like what she does and how she got started. So welcome, Sidney. Thank you for
Hi.
coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. So can you just kind of tell us a little bit of yourself and like where you're from and how you started this business?
Sure. My name is Sidney Loosey. I am a Russellville transplant. I have lived here for almost a decade, which sounds crazy
That
when you
is kind of
think
crazy.
about
That's
it.
like 10 years, yeah.
Yeah. I am from northeastern Arkansas. I grew up in Wynne. Go Yellow Jackets. We are a very small community there. When people say Russellville's small, that's not.
It's almost like Danville vibes, maybe.
Absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
seriously. No, almost the exact same vibe. Very small, but ended up in Russellville. One of my friends that I went to school with had some family here, and we ended up here, and I have stayed. I love it. So
Yeah, and you're very involved with the community.
yeah, I work at Main Street Russellville. That's my full-time job. We are a nonprofit. We do downtown revitalization, so we do a lot of community building,
That's nice.
getting people to come downtown, that stuff. But yeah.
Do you like doing that?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah,
I love
that's
being
good.
involved. I love the hustle and bustle of when we have events and when I'm hanging out with all of our good downtowners.
I
So,
can see that it's definitely grown around the community, just everything. The people, the events. It used to not be like this from what I remember, but I feel
yeah,
like it's definitely become more of a tight-knit community, and I like it.
I do
I like the
too.
vibes. I'm like, yes, like Russell, you're growing, you're doing amazing things. So
Yeah,
well, thank you for that because you do a lot of part of that with the community.
of course. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
But as far as why I'm here today, I guess I am also a small business owner. I own Treat Street Pet Bakery. When I came up with that name, I really loved it, and then you say it out loud, and it's
A tongue twister.
yes. So I don't know. It's
I
gonna
think it's
stick,
creative
though.
though. I think
Thank
it's
you.
creative,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
gonna stick.
what made you come up with that name specifically?
Um, a lot of just trial and error of words that I liked together, I guess, for what it is. But it's an all-natural pet bakery. So I do all natural. I focus on dog treats, but I do a little bit of cat treats as well.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. So
I know you're a big lover of your dogs. Yeah, they're your babies.
yes, I have 2 dogs. I'm a huge dog mom. So just bought a house and they got the backyard of their dreams. So they're really loving
Excited.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of made you like say there is a need and I should do something about it? Like what was that push?
Well, the first dog that I got, Willow, I've had her for 6 or 7 years. She's getting up there,
Yeah.
which is sad. But I was early 20s and I had to have a dog, of course. And I thought, wow, I'm going to get this mutt that cost $0 and I'm going to have no trouble affording her. And then I got her and realized she was allergic to everything.
Wow.
So we were at the vet all the time
Yeah.
with allergy shots and trying to narrow down what she was actually allergic to. And in the meantime of that, I just started making all of her treats at home. I just started doing so much research
Yeah.
of what she could eat. I was asking my vet, and we were just going over trying to narrow things down.
That's like very hardcore for like being a dog mom. I just feel like personally I'd be like, well,
Yeah,
like, well, what can I do, But
Yeah.
like that's actually very it's very heartwarming that you really do care about your dogs like that,
Yeah.
And so you started doing these treats, and what are your products made of?
I do a whole grain. That's a big thing that is, I would say, misconceived. dogs can have grain. It's not bad for them as long as it's not the nasty corn grain that most dog food producers use. But a whole healthy wheat grain is actually very healthy for them as long as they're not allergic to it, because you can always be allergic to something regardless if it's good for you or not. So I start there. I do peanut butter or pumpkin to add an additive, and then it's really close to human baking. You do your normal mixing.
Wow.
Some of it I do in the oven, some of it I dehydrate. So
Wow. And how long does like the process last? And do you make multiple batches at the, because I know you're at the market, at the farmer's market. So how is that process like?
yeah, I do, when I bake, I try to bake as much as I can at once. So as far as dehydrating goes, it doesn't take me terribly long to get stuff in the dehydrator or the oven, but the dehydrator has to go for 12 to 16 hours. So that's usually like a overnight thing.
Yeah.
And then oven isn't too long. It's just a lot of, I have this huge sum of dough, so you have to get so many batches into one oven, because I still do everything out of my house.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Which to you, it may be like, oh, it's nothing. But like to me, hearing that, I'm like, that seems like very time consuming, you know? Like it seems like it's a lot of work.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody. I have a full-time job, and then I have another full-time job. So
wow, like that's actually insane. But you're making moves. You're making money moves for yourself. And like this all started because of your love for your dogs, which is, I think it's very inspiring. So that's actually very cool, you know? And so when you did your little baggies, because I love your baggies, the one with like, who's the little dog in the front? Was that just like a...
Those are both of my dogs.
Cute.
Yep, that's an outline of their ears.
I was actually wondering, I was like, are those just dogs that she got from like a... Wow.
Yep, they're my dogs.
That's so cute. That's very creative.
Thank you. Yeah, my friend Brittany like outlined their ears for me, and I simplified it. And then all of my labeling and my product packaging, it's all made myself.
Wow.
Yeah, I do it all.
And can you kind of talk to us about the process of that? Like, what do you use, or like, how do you, just for like anybody out there that is trying to do something like similar?
Yeah, absolutely. I prefer, I use Canva for a lot.
I love Canva.
Yes,
I love Canva for everything.
Yes, as long as you're not overusing it and you're using it for like what it actually can be intended for, it's a great use. But I use a lot of Canva to make my labels, because words, the fonts, I mean, that's a great use of it. So I did that. I print all of my stuff at home. I use my own printer. I don't have anything special for that. I hand cut all of my labels, which I know there's a quicker way to do that.
Yeah.
I could probably upload my design and order them monthly, but it's just kind of a process that I've always done. I'll sit down and watch TV at night and cut them out. It's kind of just...
I had no idea that you like did this all by hand, or like all by yourself. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, it's fun though. I love it. And aside from making money, like you said, I do the farmer's market, and that is, I think, one of my favorite parts of it. I love seeing my regular customers and talking about their dogs. I feel like I know all of and I mean, I do. They bring them to the market. I feel like I'm like, oh, hey, has Chewy had his blah, blah, blah this week?
So would you say that you've also like connected with people through this business and like built relationships and connections?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Especially now that I've worked at Main Street for a bit, people will have kind of like crossed that over. They'll see me out in public and be like, oh my gosh, you're the farmer's market girl. And then we'll talk, and then they're like, oh my gosh, you're also the Main Street girl. And I'm like, yeah, I wear a lot of hats, specifically downtown. And that's what I love. I love downtown. So
wow. That's great. Honestly, you know, I feel like you're honestly like the glue in a lot of these stuff happening in downtown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good, because I feel like what I do is a small part of the working scheme.
Yeah, I think, and you know, you might see it as that, but other people might see it as like, wow, she's doing something great. Like she's, you know, helping us out with our dogs, you know? And so I think that's really great. I was going to ask something, and do you want to shout out the farmer's market? Like kind of give people, information about that, because not a lot of people
Yeah. A lot of people, you were about to say, don't know
No.
about the farmers
Yeah.
market. The farmers market has been standing for 52 years now. I know before my time it hasn't always been in Depot Park. I don't think. I could be telling incorrect information there.
So
But
don't quote her.
yeah, don't quote me, but it is in Depot Park now, as long as I can remember it being every Saturday from the end of May until the Saturday before Christmas.
Oh, so it's happening still now, today.
Yeah, that's another thing people don't realize.
Wow.
It's almost an all year thing.
Yeah.
As soon as
I had no idea.
yeah, as soon as our farmers can get going at the beginning of summer, end of spring, we kick off, and then they have a good fall crop that comes out, pumpkins and lettuce and a whole lot of other stuff that I don't know about because I'm not a farmer. But
But wow, I had no idea about that. I've been wanting to go, but it's just because I live in Danville, having to wake up early to come to the farmers
Yes.
market just seems a little.
I should also include Tuesday afternoons. I believe they are done on Tuesday afternoons for the year, but typically May through about September.
Oh, wow.
Tuesday 4 to 7, you can also find them in the park.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's-
See,
yeah.
like,
I won $100 there. They did a giveaway.
In the raffle, yeah. We
Wow.
yeah, we do that once a year as well. That's a super fun thing that we do. We're also super tight knit community
Yeah.
there.
I can see that.
Yes, I love my farmers and my fellow bakers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's one of the highlights of my week is
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. I had no idea, like,
yeah,
that they even had them on Tuesdays in the afternoons.
yeah. And it's all, of course, locally grown and made and
That's what I like about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. You know where your fruit is coming from and like stuff. Yeah.
oh yeah, they'll tell you all about it from the seed up. So
Well, I did have another question, and that was just like, do you have any future plans for your like business? Do you want to expand it?
I don't know a driven business owner that's ever said, no, I don't want my business to keep expanding. But I would also
Right.
be a fool to say I'm not happy where I am now. I have the farmers market. I have a booth in Funky Town.
Yes, I feel like I've seen it before. Yeah.
Yeah, so my customers can always swing by there. I have an online shop. So how things are now,
Yeah.
a click away, seriously. You can always find me there. But exponentially, I would love to continue growing. I want everybody to have Treat Street
Yeah. For their
treats because I know what's in
pets.
them. They're healthy. I work very hard to make sure that they're safe, healthy, and beneficial.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
That's amazing. And can you kind of tell the audience like where they can find you, like information wise, if they would like to reach out to you or just buy some treats for their little fuzzy partners, fuzzy pets?
Yes, furry friends.
Yeah, furry.
I know all the like quick-witted dog and cat words now because I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, I can be found on Facebook, Instagram at Treat Street Pet Bakery, or you can shop my website at shoptreatstreetpetbakery.com. My booth at Funky Town Mall, or Saturdays at the Pope County Farmers Market. Oh, also the Russellville Community Market.
What's that?
That's another community farmers market that a lot of people don't know about. Towel Shop's there. I see him pop in there too. He's a big local guy. I appreciate the love, you know. It means a lot.
I had no idea. Wow.
It's an online farmers market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it opens up on Friday evening. All the farmers and bakers list their stuff, and you can shop until Sunday evening on their website, and then you pick it up at the depot where I work actually on Tuesday afternoons.
Wow. Okay. Well, you guys heard her. Yeah. This is like news to me as well. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not going to try to shout out that website. I'll get it wrong,
Yeah,
but
no,
follow
it's
my
okay,
page
yeah.
and it's there. So, yeah.
And then what would you say for those that want to start a business? Like, it doesn't matter what kind of business. Like, what's the advice that you would give them?
This sounds cliche, but just do it. I started in the middle of, it was actually the beginning, early, like height of COVID times.
Really?
Yes, we were at home. So
Wow.
like the only place we could go were the hospitals or the vet when he would see me because it was
Yeah.
serious. But yeah, just do it seriously. I My friends were a great support to me.
Mm-hmm.
They will support you to get started. I promise. Shove it down their throat, make them. And then eventually other people will catch on. And if you're doing it from your heart and you have a good thing going,
Mm-hmm.
people will support you. So,
And then just one last question. What would you say was the hardest obstacle of the entire process of creating your small business?
I would definitely have to say my time management, because it's a side business for me. I didn't just quit my full-time job and have the luxury to take this on. And
Yeah.
I work really hard to balance my social life, my work life, my business life, and I'm also working on my master's degree. So that's just, yeah.
Your hands are full.
Yeah, my hands are full, but it's all great things.
Mm-hmm.
So seriously,
Wow.
it's great.
Yeah. I bet people that see you, they don't even have a clue, you know. They just see you as the farmer's market girl, you know.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Hey, it's a good reminder though. When I take a step back and realize all that's on my plate, it really like makes me feel for others around me. Because like if I know there's that much that I have going on, I can't even imagine what other people have going on. So yeah.
Wow. I'm just like speechless right now. Yeah.
So
thank you
sweet.
so much, Sydney. What's the time? Should we ask?
Yeah, you're good. Whatever you want to do.
No, okay.
It
Well,
is
yeah,
4:00.
Have we taken up enough time?
I think we have. Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much, Sydney, for coming on to our podcast. I'm just kind of like very in awe with you right now because you have a lot going on, and I just want to say congratulations on your new home, and
Thank
I just hope
Thank
that you
so
prosper
much.
and that your business prospers as well.
Likewise. Thank you for having me. It
No
was so
problem.
great chatting with you. So
Thank you.
yeah.